Yeah, they have a big job ahead of them. They been working very hard up to this hour, and they still have a lot more to do overnight into Monday. But we are on Liberty Avenue downtown. You know, we spent the day, started the day rather, on Second Avenue in the Technology Square area, then moved into Oakland to show conditions there. And we had a chance to speak with the mayor just recently about the state of operations throughout the city. Also, you mentioned that PRT has suspended service immediately. Across the street, you see some folks over there who have not gotten the message. They're at the Wood Street station waiting for public transportation. In the meantime, speaking with the mayor, he is pleased with operations so far throughout the city with Public Works. They have a daunting task ahead of them to get to 89, 90 neighborhoods. They say that often they will plow a street, come back 30 minutes later, and it looks like it hasn't been plowed at all. So they are dealing with a heavy rate of snowfall throughout the day. Now, as we get into the latter part of the evening, it feels like it's starting to taper off. I know that Mike Harvey said that the system has moved east of the Pittsburgh area, and we're dealing with the tail end of that system, and that's what it feels like right now. So I asked the mayor, as the system moves out and the rate of snowfall decreases, will that give Public Works some sort of leverage moving forward into the night and into early Monday morning? Here's a little bit more with the conversation with Mayor Corey O'Connor.
I think through the first pass, when we had 95 trucks out, we had lost 4, had to go to the shop. This last round, 4 more did. Some of them got right back out. I think converting some of the other trucks to just support our fleet at the time was beneficial. So now it's just, getting these tools back out there so that the drivers can do their jobs.
So there you can hear Mayor Corey O'Connor giving the state of the fleet. There was a lot of conversation, a lot of interest in the city's fleet during the winter months and into the storm because a lot of the vehicles were in poor condition. And in the meantime, the mayor says that they're still doing a good job. Some of their vehicles that broke down, they were repaired right away and back on the streets. Throughout the day, they say they had 50 plus vehicles throughout the neighborhoods plowing the streets, and they don't have a head count or a vehicle count for late night, 10 o'clock until 6 o'clock in the morning. They'll get those numbers a little bit later, but they intend to have the bulk of the fleet out in the various neighborhoods. And he says that folks should try to stay in for these next 24 hours. Allow Public Works and Public Safety to do their business, to get these streets cleared up. Allow public safety vehicles to get on their way for emergency calls. That's the primary message that the mayor wants to get out to the general public, to the residents of Pittsburgh. Do not be in a hurry to get back onto these streets. Give these folks a chance to clear them off. And so as we look at Liberty Avenue, there are a few cars that are passing through. Of course, it's snow covered. It is thick. Some of the vehicles are making it through without any problem. That's because this is a main artery through downtown. So they're taking care of the primary arteries first, and then they'll get into the neighborhoods as quickly as they can. And the mayor knows that there will be residents calling in, complaining that their street has been neglected, that their street has not been plowed or plowed enough. The mayor says, be patient. They will get to you. That's what we know at this hour. Back to you, Shannon. Mike?
Yeah, Sheldon, 2 things. Some of it has to do with transportation. I know that you're going to let those folks know across the street that those PRT buses are not coming tonight. PRT canceling all bus and T service until Monday morning. But then also, it looks like a fire truck behind you. You're in the downtown Strip District area on Liberty Avenue. Can you tell what's going on with that?
Yeah, that is a fire truck, and we don't know exactly why it's there, but it's not a fire. That's the first thing we should say. It's not a fire, and oftentimes some of the fire trucks will respond to medical calls throughout the city. So we haven't checked in on that yet, but we know so far that it's not a fire. But the first responder unit vehicles, they're getting by, doing their business, and without a problem.
Yeah, and Sheldon, thanks. Sheldon made a great point in that people are going to want to go out.
Yeah.
They're going to want to get out on the streets. And your instinct is to, you think the snow is over. We're getting this small, short hour, maybe half-hour break of snow. Another band is coming. These roads aren't going to be clear yet. These plow drivers from PennDOT to the